Good morning. Hey, ladies. Good morning, and gentlemen. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everyone's doing well. Happy Friday. I cannot believe it's Friday already, even though I used every single bit of this whole entire week. But yeah, I can't believe it's Friday already. Happy Friday, everybody. Um, Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Um, all right, guys, we're not going to talk about it here much. We're going to talk about it over on Real Talk Bougie at 9:30. Sentencing is happening today. Sentencing for who, you might ask? Well, Robert Murdoch, Alex Murdoch, who was found guilty last night on all charges. Which I think I don't know. Like I told my husband, I just said, you know what? As far as seeing rich guys getting away with unaliving their wives, their spouses, and things like that. This is a great day. And also just rich people literally getting away with murder. All of the things. I think a lot of people felt a lot of emotion about it. If you're following the case, if you're not, I'm sure you're going to hear about it. Um, it's just a huge case, period, but it's quite compelling and interesting. If you have Netflix, you couldn't have gotten by Netflix without seeing it was either number one or number two at certain points over the last week of documentaries. So depending on how your ribbon is, um, how the algorithm offers you recommended, I don't know if the Netflix recommended is just that, or if it's a recommended based on what you watch. But in any case, you know, just the main thing that I would be concerned about as a mother is Buster's girlfriend who's sitting up there pregnant with his baby and a girlfriend. I don't know how I would feel about having a young man in my daughter's life whose mother was just murdered by his father. And we don't know what Buster'd been up to. I mean, just to be honest, that's his son. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but we'll talk about it over there. But yeah. Um Live Laugh Love. Good morning, sis. How are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Tennessee. Good morning, India. Good morning. Good morning. I would be I'm not gonna even say I wouldn't know how I'd feel. I know how I'd feel. I would not be happy about it. And I would honestly, I'm not real, I don't want to call myself a meddlesome person, but I would have some problems with that relationship, period. Um, it's very unfortunate. But anyway, let's talk about some other things going on over here. So Gangstars, good morning, happy Friday. Live Laugh Love, Tennessee, India. I know Keisha just dropped a video. I haven't even had a chance to. I did look at a little bit. They were playing Taboo over, I don't know, maybe Ashley Sellers' house. I don't know. It didn't look like much fun, and it looked like Keisha was having trouble reading the cards. On top of other than that, I don't even know what was really going on. Guys, take a minute as you're coming in. Go ahead and hit the like button for me. I certainly appreciate it. It's Friday, and let's elevate the energy. Let's feed the algorithm and hit the like button for me if you don't mind. I certainly would appreciate it. Hey, Erica. Hey, Boo Boo. Hey, Aisha. How are you? Miss Tay, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Ivy, good morning. Hey, Coco. Good morning. Nina, Anisha, Kitten. Hey, Kitten. Good morning, sis. How are you? How's it going? Desi, good morning. Good morning. Okay. I don't know what you guys want to talk about. The mainstays around here, I don't know that there's anything really going on. I saw Chrissy trying to go live yesterday with a very fugazi, ugly blonde wig. Yes, I said it. I didn't like it. You know what I mean? We don't all like everything everybody wears. And I'm just going to say I didn't like it. I didn't think it really suited her. Chrissy, back in the day, I hate to say like back in the day, but back in the day when I first started watching Chrissy's channel, Chrissy used to come through with some interesting wigs, but they used to look really nice on. Like she had like a blue wig. She's had some different type of wigs, and she used to slay them, and she used to look really good in them. I don't know what I just wasn't feeling the one yesterday. You guys might beg to differ. Hey Doris, good morning. Um it's okay. Everyone's not going to like everything, and everyone's not going to hit it out the park every single time, right? At the end of the day, there's just been kind of a reoccurring theme of interesting wigs this week on the YouTube streets, and that one did not disappoint. Um Oh, really? Okay, good for her finally. She might, I mean, Jasmine, I saw went live last night in her bonnet. She was scared there was a rainstorm, and I'm just, assuming.
Daddy a fool. That's my plate. Daddy a fool. Daddy a fool. Daddy a fool.
Okay. Daddy gone, and she's calling us up on the phone to tell us that there's some storm and she got scared. She's laying on the couch. Sis, nobody cares. Like, Jasmine, grow up. At the end of the day, she really has no friends. I'm gonna show you the scene, but we're not gonna park over there because Jasmine, she's boring, guys. Let's just face it. At the end of the day, sis is boring, and she wasn't showing her complete ass last night. Only thing it told me is that sis don't have any friends, and she's very needy. And at certain times, homegirl absolutely has to have somebody to talk to. She can't open a book. She can't talk to God. She can't take her ass back to sleep. Get on her phone and maybe get enlightened about something else going on. Sis got to go on live, looking crazy, looking weird, and just like, can I help you? I thought you were done for the day. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. And she did put up a video, I guess, of her working out or whatever. What I'm saying, like, I'm sorry. I just don't really I'm not vested. Like, as much as she might think that some people are vested in what she got going on, I'm not. I know I'm not. Okay, so let's show this real quick. We are not parking over here. So she goes ahead and shows everybody her kids' uniforms. What's wrong with that? Nothing's wrong with that, but there are nosy people out here who may want to know what rec center, what team you guys, the kids play on, and you're showing off the uniforms like people really need to know who the Heat are in your area, right? And maybe people already know, but maybe people didn't know. And for some reason, this woman thinks it's a good idea to tell people all of her business. And then, as you can see when I'm hovering, she still hasn't learned how to use a fucking tissue. Okay? She don't know how to use a damn tissue. She don't know how to not wipe her nose on her hands. She's not a lady, and it's gross. Um like, we're not even gonna listen. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And when she got some drama going on, I'm gonna be honest, that's the only thing I'm interested in over there. I'm not interested in the lay on the couch diaries. I'm not interested in this type of this is not entertainment to me. Watching this woman lay on the couch when daddy's gone. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. What kind of shit is this? It's awful. I was shocked she showed the neighborhood after being so careful not to in the past. Girl, I don't really buy that, because if any of you out here right now, I'm clicking on names. If any of you guys said my name is Loretta Schwartz, it could be all of Desi Love or January Saint. Not meaning anyone has anything against anybody. I'm just saying you could message her and be like, and get and have your good government. I want to send you a box of clothing for your kids, or I got something for Aiden. Sis is going to give you damn near GPS coordinates. It's been proven. She doesn't have a PO box. She will do strange for a piece of change. Um she will give up the goods for a cash app or a box to the house. So I beg to differ on that. She's been so careful. She has not been so careful. This woman does not mind giving out her personal information for free shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, it doesn't make a difference to me because if I were to ever find myself in Austin, it won't be on her block. You better trust and believe that is information I never need. I don't need it and I don't want to know it. I don't even care. But there are people out here that do. They like to mess with her. And you know, certain aspects of this shit show is very entertaining to me, but what's not entertaining is, you know, taking this off the internet, right? Internet, okay, I was shocked she showed okay, yeah, I wasn't shocked. After all this time, you'd think she'd know her angles. Jasmine is not, I don't think she's into the same thing that like other people are into. If she cared about looking good or she cared about how she looks, if she cared about how she portrayed herself on the internet, this live wouldn't have even happened. Or maybe she would do like other people do and be in the dark, get an avatar, pointed in another direction, or whatever. Like, or maybe just assume that, you know, it wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she's showing everybody the uniforms, whatever. Nobody cares. I mean, just to be honest. So yeah, she's showing off the uniforms. So everyone's gonna know we're the kids. Okay, yeah, of course. There you go. There's the team. Let her show. Show it, Jasmine. Okay, Elite Nation. That's the club, I guess, or the name of the team. Let her, you know, when there's weird people showing up places, then I mean, she does it to herself. I don't, you know what I'm saying? There's only but so much over the years you can continue to tell people. But I'm not even telling her anymore. She's just weird to me. It doesn't matter because the police and CPS stay there. Yeah, of course, the people that need to know where she is because, you know. Anyway, but yeah, Chris still appears to be gone. I don't know if you guys got that same impression. Anyway, guys, let's pivot because internet momming is real, okay? And there's a couple people I want to follow up with who we talk about on this channel who've had some very public situations who are giving a little bit of follow up and you know, Tuna was on the internet last night shaking her ass. What else is new, right? Um, you said she's in her feelings. You can tell something is off. Hips is not home. Look, she said the other day that Hips got a new, it was like a math problem. Hips had two jobs, sometimes even three jobs, and he was never home. Now he got one job that pays as much as the two and three jobs. Where is his big old funky ass? Okay. Now, that's her problem. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to keep saying, I don't, it's not my problem. That's her issue, whatever she got going on with that man. But she came to the internet and told us he had two and three jobs. Now he got, do you see all these uniforms? So she got her tax money, she bought all the uniforms, or Philip bought the uniforms. The one thing that I got in this, where was it? She was talking about it couldn't have been that far, could it? Hold on, let me see. Okay, listen to this. Hey Jackson Squad. Good morning, Purple Virgo. Good morning, everyone. Hannah will be there. I'll have a little help with the twins. Let me tell you something. And I've told you guys this many times. I'm sorry. If a man doesn't love me for me, um, I'm not into it, right? If you love me because I help you with your damn kids, we won't be together. I am so sorry. I'm so aware of my dogs. It's like first thing in the it's like no escaping. Mommy is okay, I'm not even going to talk about it, but she's barking at the garage door. Um anyway, I hope we have some decent shoes to play in because baby six. I hope they have some decent shoes. I, girl, let them. I don't know. I guess their father can get them some shoes. Oh, she looks a mess. Girl, it's awful. Anyway, she says Hannah's going to be there, right? Let's listen to it one more time. The kids are she's going to some sort of event. I guess Chris is not going to be there. And here she goes.
I'm not gonna stream their game. I'm gonna record. Of course, I'm gonna vlog. It's gonna be so hard because Chris gotta work.
Chris got to work. That's the
I
main
mean, they
excuse.
dad be
Chris
there,
got to
so he'll
work.
have. Uh, Hannah be there too. So I'll have a little help with the twins. I don't know.
Okay. Number one, Chris got to work. Yes, he has to work because if a man does not work, he does not eat in theory, right? He should not have any access to goodies if he's not bringing a check to the house, right? That's one thing. Number two, if I were Hannah, I would be making an appointment to go get my pedicure and go mind my damn business. I would show up at those games sporadically and maybe float in and float out. Sis, you're not going to count on me for fucking help with your damn kids. You understand me? I don't care how that sounds to any of you guys. I am not stepmother to nobody. My husband and I, between us, have one kid, and singly, we have our one kid. We have one kid, period. I don't care what you hear on the YouTube streets. We have one child. There's one child, period, in the mix. Okay? I don't have to account for nobody else's kids. And it's not that I don't like kids, it's nothing like that. But if I'm a girlfriend and Sir has some kids, I will be damned if his baby mom, I don't care how well we get along, you think you can count me in on your help. Are you fucking kidding me? What do I look like, a handmaiden? Are you kidding? I might want to be in the bleachers running my mouth to my other single friends with no kids and sit in the back laughing at your ass. Why do you think you can count me in for help? Okay? And you can do that when you are kidless or you mind your business. Jasmine sits up here and counts on everybody to damn help her. I would literally be like, Philip, check her. Um or really and truly, I'm gonna show you how it's gonna work. Cause you know what? I'm a show person. I'm gonna show you rather than tell you. I'm just not gonna be there. Hey babe, where you going? You not coming into the game? No, I'll be back. I'll be back. I might go get myself a good little plate of food, go to the Jamaican spot, go and drive Jasmine crazy, go over to the Tex-Mex, go over to the taco stand and go get me some nice fresh something hot with lots of queso on it and go up in that gym and sit up top and mind all of my business. Do you hear me? Or sit in the car with my loud music running my mouth to one of my friends until I decide to get my ass up and out the car and sashay myself in there fresh and fed and cool. Maybe even have a cup with a nice drink in it and mind my business. Do you hear me? You can't count on me for no help. I'm not your handmaid. I'm not your co-mom. I don't have kids. Are you kidding me? No, ma'am. Jasmine's trying to turn Hannah into her. You got to be kidding. This lady laid down and had 4 kids with this man. Girl, Hannah is stupid. I'm sorry, Hannah. Hannah, go find a job Get up off vacation, sis. I'm assuming she's looking. Don't fall for the trap. Get yourself busy, get yourself back to work, and get yourself some business, and don't have the likes of this welfare mom counting you in on unpaid payroll. If Philip is busy at the gym with his kids, enjoying one-on-one time with his children, and you got the kids all weekend at your apartment, I would be finding something to do. And I mean that. I'm sorry. I would be handling my business, and I would walk up in there when it's time for the kids to actually play, and I would either talk to other people, let the kids run up to me and say hi, and just make it real obvious that Miss Hannah is busy talking to other adults. You can go back over there, sit next to your mom. Okay, I'll be over there. Okay. And it's not to be mean to the kids, but it's also at the end of the day, I don't care how long she's been with Philip. At the end of the day, that shit could be over in a day. And you are not stepmother. You are his girlfriend, and the kids come over to visit. I would not have this kind of like ghetto liaison where these kids feel like you're stepmom and you're not, your girlfriend. If you want to be stepmom, put a little bit of distance. Stop running for stepmom. Stop being so thirsty when you play your position as interested, considerate girlfriend versus unpaid, thirsty ass girlfriend, handmaiden labor. Yeah, he doesn't have to marry you because you are all too willing to give it up for free with no title, no commitment, and you got this scallywag over here counting you in as help. Are you fucking kidding me? Girl, bye. I would be like, I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm not doing it. No. Sometimes y'all ladies flex your no. See how powerful that no can be. If he wants a yes all the time, then pay the cost to have the yes all the time. I mean, damn it. He's not going nowhere. You're the best thing he had. Okay? So act like it. Don't think that doing what Jasmine did is going to get you a different result. That's very thirsty. Hannah, if you're in the bushes listening or somebody wants to run this back, because I'm giving you some good sound advice. The track you're on right now is going to have you used up. Another statistic with him popping a baby up in you because we know he's fertile. And you're going to be sitting around looking stupid. If I were you, I would manage my body. I would manage it. That's number one. Number two, I would make myself less available. Bitch, don't count me into shit. Okay. If you want to act like all cool as a cucumber on these damn vlogs you guys are putting up and low key shade Jasmine, I personally, if I'm going to play about it, then I'm going to be about it. I'm not going to allow someone to count me in to their babysitting squad. Sis would have to even just, before you even mention me, hey, let me call Hannah and see if she can help me with the twins while we're at the game. Don't you ever count me in just off the dome on your live stream again. I'm going to teach you, don't even mention my name. Don't even mention me. I'm just the girlfriend, sweetie. If your man's not there helping, why I got to help? You corral them damn kids yourself. You had them. All right. Now I got off on a whole nother topic, but that's, I mean, I'm just, that's just what it is, right? I mean, let's be real here, guys. If you're over here doing the most and you are a girlfriend, don't think that that's what's going to get him to give you what you want. You doing the most and allowing yourself to be taken advantage of. I don't care if they do say thank you. Don't put yourself in positions to go over and above and think that somebody owes you something, because they really don't. They're going to stretch you and use you as far and as wide as you would like to be stretched and used. Do you understand? And when someone sees the value in you and they want to keep you around, they know they want more and they want to give you more and they want to loop you, have you in the circle even more. That's when you elevate and that's when you graduate. Okay? Period. People will allow you to do whatever you want. So if you allow yourself as a young woman to be used, he's going to use you, because there's no incentive for him to open himself up more, because you're already giving everything. You've opened your home, you open your legs, you open your bank account, you open your life, all of these things. There's nothing wrong with living with your boyfriend. I'm not going to even say, I mean, we're in a whole different time in the world, and I did it. You know what I'm saying? If you can manage to be apart until it's time for you two to come together, do it. Do what you want. But at the end of the day, when you give him everything and there's no plans, there's no talk, there's just laughter and whatever about the future, bitch. But you know what? I'm not in that position with her specific man. I'm really referring to men who are not convicted felons of sex trafficking and pimping. But since this little sector of the mommy sector can't seem to get themselves away from these type of individuals, her and even Hips and what he got going on his arm of the tree, it is what it is. But yeah, that's kind of out of the scope of my knowledge, other than I can just only give opinion on it. I mean, these women are dealing with some damn low life ass subpar men, and thirsty AF. With the amount of men out here that are available who don't have felonies and will come home, take you out, shower you with gifts, treat you like a lady, and show you some things. Um, if they want to go ahead and keep company with these fools, let them, right? Hannah better get out of there. Absolutely. I don't care how charming Philip is, how much fun they have, how much she may feel like she's winning. See, Hannah might be in the position right now where she feels like she's winning because she got something that some other women wanted. And I mean, let's face it. I mean, Hannah, look, Hannah could do better. On many on a like, look, Philip is not a good looking guy. Hannah looks okay. And she could do better. There's plenty of guys out here that are on her level of looks and education, and they might have a belly, they might have small sausage, but they might have fat bank account. They will have you off in Tulum. They're going to put you on flights. They will have already put a diamond on your a little slice of heaven on your finger, and have you have a date planned. Have already told you to go run over there to the wedding shop and start looking for dresses. Okay. All of those things. But yeah, a guy like Philip, girl, bye. You gonna sit up there getting tired. Okay. Philip is not the business. Anyway, let's get caught up real quick with another mommy who's been having the business on the YouTube streets, because Jasmine is no bueno over there. Okay. Um, and then we're going to follow up with another one. But I just want to play this for you because we saw this woman get the business. We've seen her ex-boyfriend act and do the complete fool on this internet. And she's kind of talking about it. So I highly recommend go watch this vlog. We know so this is some Atlanta business, but she seems to be in Ohio now. I don't know if she has claimed Ohio yet. But guys, we're going to check in with Mercy. Mercy, I don't know if she left Atlanta altogether. I know she sold the property that her and Gerald were in, but guys, you got to listen to this because she's talking about Gerald here. Gerald has put out pictures of her. Gerald put out video where her daughter was laying in the bed, and she was changing the diaper, and the nutty nurse. Okay, Nina. But listen to this. Gerald is still having a problem, okay? But listen to her talk about this. But she's got her car up in Ohio now, and I do feel like I think she's gone from Atlanta altogether. And it appears that her and her baby father are at least back in business with each other. But I think she's also learned a valuable lesson, and she's trying to talk a little less about her business. So, guys, this is Mercy Gono. For those of you who don't know, she's an RN, BSN, and she's got a YouTube channel of 1.68 million. She had her channel hacked about 6 months ago, but I've been following her almost 2 years now. And I followed her when she was in that car leaving Ohio to go to Atlanta to go take up with a guy that she met online who was getting ready to run her ragged. He ran her through it. Okay. She was lying. She was doing all the YouTube posting up, all of the things. There's a long history. I'm not going to get into it now. Let's listen to this and then we're going to move on somewhere else.
Because it's a great thing. There's no entanglement with it. The freedom.
So basically, she's talking about she's selling a property. She's got 5 rental properties or 5 properties that she has fixed up and is now flipping. And she's selling one. And she's talking about there's no entanglement with it because the last property she sold, there was some issues. I'm not going to go into all of it, but it had something to do with the ex-boyfriend. And that property has been sold and it's over. But she's talking about the freedom of freeing herself from a no account piece of crap, know nothing, do nothing boyfriend who she feels sought her out for financial gain because he knew she was a nurse. He knew she had over 1 million subscribers and was making money on the internet. He could tell she was about her business, and she is basically alluding to the fact that she feels like today she got marked. Okay, hold on.
The newfound freedom that I have. Oh my God, I can do whatever the heck I want. And I can share what I want and keep private what I want. That is where I am now. I have full control of my life. I have full control of what I can share on social media and what I don't want to share. I have full control of my emotions. I am so unbothered. I am so at peace. I am so happy with my life right now that I'm moving in the directions that I want to move in. I have full control of the narrative of my life, of my story, and that is the best feeling in the world. The best feeling in the world. Ladies,
let me say this too real quick. For those of you who don't know, I have a playlist of her story, but at the end of the day, let me just tell you this. When she's talking about the full control over her narrative, basically Mercy didn't really want people to know to the extent of her and Gerald's relationship. So she really started to lie, like we see a lot of people doing on YouTube. And they were living together, people didn't know. They broke up, they got back together. All of these things she was kind of doing behind the scenes, and rightfully so. Your audience doesn't need to know everything, but she had the audience under the impression that they broke up, they weren't living together anymore. And the way that Gerald really got her was that he exposed her for lying to her audience, and her audience lost their shit. Okay, everybody was like, "Oh my God, like, what are we supposed to believe? Like, are you running skits?" Da, 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 da. It wasn't even that she was running skits. She just didn't want people to know her business because she's going through it with this guy. And she was telling one story, but it was really something else. So he exposed her for lying to her audience, and it was a problem. Okay. So now that she has separated herself from this guy, obviously, She's not going through that anymore. So we don't know what the fuck's going on with Mercy. She could still be lying, but understand reading between the lines. Yes, she doesn't have to worry about that anymore because she doesn't have somebody who is trying to expose whatever she's doing. Do you hear me? So it's not even like, oh, shit's perfect. It's, I don't have anyone in my life anymore who is going to expose and try to make me look bad. Okay.
Be careful. Be careful who you entangle yourself with, who you let into your life. There are predators and criminals out there. They are watching you from a distance, especially you successful ladies. People are watching you, and they will come in sheep's clothing. They will be a full-blown wolf in sheep's clothing. They're watching you, they're watching your success, and this can be a romantic partner, it can be family members, it can be old friends. When you're a successful person, when you're a smart, intelligent, just creative person, you are a target. People are watching you. They are watching you. They will study you more than you know yourself. They know your value more than you know your value. And that was my situation. They know everything about you. And they will find a small loophole, a small opportunity to slide in. And when they come, they don't come to play. They come to destroy. They come to ruin. They come to steal, lie, and kill. So you are a target. If you're a nurse in this country, you're a target because everybody knows nurses make money. If you are a female entrepreneur, you're a target. If you come from a rich family, you're a target because your success is greatly dependent on the kind of people you associate yourself with, the kind of people you marry, because your own spouse can be jealous of you and hate your guts. Like they can hate you so much.
I mean, look at Alex Murdoch, okay, yesterday. Um and him being found convicted murderer, killed his wife. I mean, how many times do we hear of a man killed, I mean, that's not what's always going to happen, but there are people out here who are low key using you for your connections, your influence. Maybe your dad's the sheriff. Maybe you own a company and somebody wants to get a promotion, and all of a sudden he happens to be at the place that everybody knows is your favorite place to eat. You know what I mean? Like, there's just ways that people will try to snake into your life and gain influence and favor from you. Okay. But Mercy experienced that very publicly, and it was awful.
Just the fact that you're more successful than them, people like you, you're witty, maybe you're beautiful, maybe you have more money, maybe you're more
Maybe you got that
educated.
good putty cat.
They just don't understand why you. It's not just friends, y'all. It's not just friends. It can be the person. It can be the person you're sleeping in bed with. They can hate you, but then smile in your face. Why? Because they want to stay around you. They want to be able to still leverage you for your success and what you bring to the table. So they'll smile in your face. Even if they did you wrong, they'll apologize. They'll have their family call you and apologize and beg you to come back to them. They will beg you. But at the end of the day, they want to make sure that they have full control of you, right? They want to make sure that they have full control of you, that you can do what they want when they want. But at the end of the day, they can't stand to be with you because they hate you. They're so jealous and envious of you, but they can't stand to lose you either. And those are the kind of people that say, if I lose you, if I can't.
Look at Drew and Ralph. Even though Ralph, I think, was a football player, Drew Sidor was relevant. I think that when I started back watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, I immediately, like, that was one couple that I fixed in on, that, like, what the hell are they still doing together? Like, he's weird. She just found him in some weird situation with an assistant. He's got some woman inappropriately texting him. Like, it's crazy and strange. What the hell's really going on? And to hear that they were getting a divorce the other day, that they filed for divorce, I mean, I wasn't surprised. I don't know who was surprised about that, but I definitely wasn't surprised because you could tell Ralph does not look at her with any type of love and affection. He's looking at her like, bitch, would you shut the hell up? Okay.
Can have you, nobody can have you. And they will do everything in their power to destroy you. Everything in their power. So be careful, y'all. I have learned so much. I just happen to be blessed by God Himself. The talents that I have were given to me by God. I've been a businesswoman since I was 10 years old. And I'll have my mom on the channel, my mom or my sister on the channel to tell you a little bit about where this whole business savviness came from. It came at a very young age. I've just been different. I've been a different kind of person. I was born that way. I grew up that way. So no amount of distraction or road bump or smear campaign or a whole YouTube channel or several YouTube channels can stop what God has in me. I can lose everything, which, trust me, I lost a lot. The last few years, I lost so much, including my sanity. I lost a lot, but I can lose everything today and still come back. Why? Because I'm still the same person. I'm still the same person who had those ideas.
Look, let me say this. So, what I think she's trying to say is at the end of the day, your gift is your gift, right? And when you are operating in your gift, you're either going to take the long way or the short way. We've talked about this a million times, right? When you're operating in your gift and you are moving in the directions that where your success lies, no one can really get in the way of that other than you. I believe that Mercy's obstacles are herself and the fact, I don't know what her situation was outside of her mother. She doesn't really mention her father. So maybe she's got daddy issues because she seems to always be looking for a guy. She's quick to want to fall in love and all of those things. So maybe now, after this lesson from Gerald and after what happened with the first baby, with her baby father, maybe she is going to pump her brakes on trying to look for the next daddy and think that just because she meets a black man or the black man's from Liberia, her home country, that he's going to be something that clearly he is not. She's believing in the wrong things. I see healthcare business consultant said, yes, it's scary out here. Be cautious. Absolutely. Because people not only sometimes want your money, they want your time, they want your favor, they want your knowledge, they want your network. They want to get to know the people you may have some people in your network that they need. Okay. People sometimes are trying to gain favor, influence. There's more power in getting into your circle and easing you out of it rather than just cash, right? At this point, because it's all about network and influence and access. Okay. You can have money can come and go, but access is very different. Mercy has made a lot of money on her YouTube channel. She wanted it back because that's 1.6 million access. Okay. She sells hair oil and natural hair care treatments and things like that. That's access. That's a network that she's built up that's valuable. That's more valuable than him maybe swindling her out of $50,000. She was making six figures with that network that she acquired, and creating digital content and also selling her product, right? It's access. Access is worth a lot more, and that network is worth a lot more than just the cash because that network produces cash. That's what makes you valuable, right? The high value reference. Okay. And that's what Gerald has been trying to leverage clearly by continuing. And she's talking about the smear campaign and this and that. We're going to go on for another few minutes and then we're going to follow up on someone else that we kind of had some questions about like a week or so ago.
Yes, those motivations, those visions. And I'm still the same blessed person, blessed by God Himself. And so I can lose everything and still come back, which is what has happened here. If I really sat down to tell you all what I've been through and what I continue to go through, Jesus, it's unheard of. I have too much to lose. I can't be like getting down in the mud and getting dirty. I can't. I have too much to lose. Again, I deal with things that I have to deal with privately because that's how I like my private life. I choose what I want to share. I've always been that way, and that's how I'm going to continue to be. I just say that to say that be careful who you allow in your life. Be careful who you trust. Do background checks. When you start to date a person, and I'm not saying this just to say it, do background checks. When you get that person's first and last name, do a background
Okay,
check.
YouTube
You're
streets,
going to be
listen
able
to
to
this.
find out if that person is a criminal. You're going to be
Criminal
able to find out if that person has domestic violence on their record. You're going to be
domestic
able to find
violence.
out if that person has a restraining order because they.
And you know why she's saying this? The guy she was dating, not only did he have a criminal, he had been in a situation, right? He had restraining orders, he had some sort of domestic abuse and assault and several different things that she's referenced. Um, she's basically saying had she done that, she might have thought differently. Now, do we know that there's people on this internet who have seen background checks and who have been privy to information about guys that on paper are scary but still pursued them and did not want to take heed to the background check? Yes, absolutely. Yes, we know. There's been some mummies who have bedded down, been in relationship, kept company, had in the mist, accepted rings, pushed on their audience, um, because they know how to make a taco or two. All right, a quesadilla, know how to make a charcuterie board, all of those things. Try to dress something up that, like they say, put lipstick on a pig. It's still a
Stalk
pig.
their ex,
Okay.
even after the breakup, 9, 10 months later,
Fake
you're going to be able
engagement.
to find out if that person has a bond order, if that person has served jail time, especially if you're someone who has a lot to lose. Oh my God.
Let me just say this too. This is a little off track, but this made me think of this. Let me tell you something. If any of you out there are engaged in some foolishness and fuckery, i.e., lying, perpetuating situations, understand that when you are with someone who is trash and they weave you into a web of lies, and or you use someone into a web of lies, just understand that relationship is going nowhere. Nowhere but the trash, but the gutter. Either you two are going together, someone's going. Either it's going to be both of you or at least one of you. And understand, when this woman convinced this guy, because Mercy's no innocent here, right? Mercy met a bad dude, but Mercy started to play like, okay, well, let's lie to my audience. Let's do this. Let's do that. That's how she was able to get herself exposed. If she would have just been like, you know what, I'm not sharing my business and stop talking, like continue to do your natural hair care videos rather than try to post up a relationship that was not real, you open the door to allow him to expose you. But he, as a man in a relationship, allowed a woman to pretend like he didn't exist. Okay. Oftentimes we see men who treat women like a secret. She flipped it on him, and that's what's got him fucked up in the head, because he probably still I can't believe I allowed this woman to make me into a secret, and I'm a man. Yeah. Yeah, she sure did. She denied you. She made you into a secret, all of those things. So she's not innocent here. But when you start to engage in gaslighting even your audience and living lies and scenarios, that's just not coming from a place of respect. You don't want to be with someone who's had you in a whole damn lie situation. It's just not a good look. It's never a good place to be. And it's not going to go anywhere but, being exposed.
Please do a background check. Pay for it. That's going to save you so much. It's going to save you so much. I'm telling you all, it's going to save you so much. It's crazy. Do a background check. If I had done it, I would have seen everything. The multiple arrests, the fraud charges. I would have seen everything, y'all. But at the time, I was naive. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I was at a very low
He
point
was
of my life.
slinging that
And I trusted.
sausage.
I trusted wholeheartedly. Had I done a quick background check, I wouldn't be here right now. Even after me, the person who comes after me, I beg, please. I'm begging you. Please, man, do background check. You will see the DUIs. You will see the fraud. You will see the domestic violence charges. You'll see the child cruelty charges. You'll also see that there's mental issues. Like you all see online, you'll see that there's mental issues. I didn't know that. I didn't know any of that. Why? Because I didn't do my research. I'm going to call my realtor because I think I'm lost.
Let me tell you something. So Tennessee, you said bye, girl. Yes. I mean, look, Mercy was sick on the dick. Okay. Let's just be real. I'm going to just talk. It's Friday, right, guys? She was sick on that dick. Okay. That's what it was. Okay. Period. So, is she going to do better this time? Girl, only time will tell. Let's go over here though, real quick. Raven, Elyse just put up another podcast, guys. And I think maybe I don't know maybe Chef Tony was like, look, you're gonna have to address this because ma'am, the attitude was not sitting right with a lot of people. Raven is talking about not talking about Zaya and what Zaya's got going on. Even though her content consists of Zaya, she's going to let you know some things right now as to why. And I'm gonna let y'all hear this direct, okay? It's pretty open and honest and forthcoming. So let's get into it and we're gonna talk about it.
As being like this big deal where I really need to tell you guys something and I need to answer these questions and like, oh my God. And you guys are in the comments like, I can't wait for this podcast episode, like whatever. And I really didn't mean to make it into like that big of a deal. I mean, it is, but it isn't. I really just want to dive right in and just like skip all the disclaimers and stuff. I am a little bit nervous to do this episode, and I actually already tried to record it once before and I was having technical difficulties. Also, I hope everything sounds and looks okay in this episode because I am experimenting with some new equipment and different setups and stuff because I really do want to take my podcast a lot more seriously this year and be more consistent with it. You guys seem to really like when I had Sadie on as a special guest in my last episode. So I do plan on continuing to have guests. I do plan on continuing to just like record more episodes more often and try to like level up the quality and level up everything when it comes to On Another Note with Raven Elyse. So
Oops. Okay. I think Raven is extremely stressed. And I'm not using that as an excuse. I think that she's probably feeling a little bit of a pinch right now, put it that way. Okay, let me say it better. I think she is feeling some pressure. Did I say that already? She's feeling the pinch. It's so I think that approaching um and being in the realm of where she is, which I think I don't know, I can't even tell you at this moment if she's 2 million or not. I think she's over 2 million now. I think she's feeling a lot of pressure. I think that she's been doing this job for a long time. I think that she has spent a long time not necessarily addressing certain things or her audience in a certain way, and people don't have a right to have more from her. But hell, if you're going to answer, answer, right? If you don't want to speak on your personal life, me personally, I wouldn't. If this aspect of your life bothers you so much, or you're triggered by it, or it's really no one's business, this podcast shouldn't even be happening. Yes, I said it. Get some different subject matter. You don't want to talk about your personal life, but now you have created a whole entire channel talking a lot about your business. Yes, podcasting. Yes, doing like what I'm doing right now. commentary. That's the next wave on YouTube. That's what's popular right now. People like to hear people talk. It's like the new radio stations, right? At the end of the day, if you're going to go on Instagram and be triggered because someone asks you, where's your baby daddy? Or someone asks you, why is daddy gone? Why hasn't he been around to come to see the baby? That's your fault. That's your fault. And she knows this, but do I think that Raven is becoming condescending? I think she has a way about her, and she's not fully aware. I don't think that I think she can be very condescending. Just to answer your question direct, yes. I don't think she is aware. I think she probably just thinks that that's her way. I think that she probably is being very practical in answering her question, and she's Virgoing. She's a Virgoing. And I think I mean, look, people have to become aware of how their effect on people, especially when you're with the public eye. Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, there are going to be people that feel like Raven is extremely bitchy, and there's going to be some people who are like, I'm okay with it. I don't have a problem with how she delivers, but it is a little prickly, and she does need to learn how to take off some of the edge, because it does come off away. So yes, that's a very long answer to yes, ma'am.
I'm currently experimenting with a different setup. I already know it's not quite right, but hopefully it's tolerable for this episode, and we will continue to improve. But to basically dive right in with this episode, I'm nervous. There's basically two main things that I wanted to talk to you guys about and just kind of fully explain and fully confirm, if that makes sense. I just feel like I want to make a couple of things clear, and I want to explain some stuff just so that I can kind of feel like we're all on the same page. And then I feel like subsequent podcast episodes and vlogs and things like that will make a lot more sense if you guys have this information for sure, clearly explained. We know what's going on. Okay, now we can move past it, type of thing. So the first topic is the topic of Zaya's dad, which of course is just like a hot topic all the time. It always has been ever since Zaya was born, since before she was born. People have had a lot of questions about her dad, my relationship with her dad, her relationship with her dad, and so many more detailed questions on top of that. And it's been something that I've definitely touched on. I've definitely answered certain questions, especially more recently. If you guys do watch my podcast, if you are caught up.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about it, January. Look, just like how she's beating around the bush, don't feel like when you come here and you have something to say, like, I'm not pointing the finger at you. I'm just saying this. This is not the channel where you have to pre-qualify. I like this person, but okay. Number one, whether you do or don't, it's okay. And we have our opinions, and you can express it here. Okay. Nobody has to qualify anything. And I'm not just directing this at you, January. You know what I mean? I feel like on this internet, if you don't put out a disclaimer when you getting ready to come with some critique, people got a problem. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I really like so and so, but my God, I hate those wigs, or da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. Like, it's okay to just not like the wig. You can, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just assume on YouTube because you have something to say, you don't like that person. I mean, it's like, really? But no, sis, I feel the same way. I like Raven too. I do watch her content. I think her home is beautiful. I love her journey on YouTube. I think that she's a, you know what I mean? She's a long timer. She's been here for a long time. She's grown up with YouTube. I think that Raven is approaching 30, and she's trying to figure out, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? Is this my long-term job? Is this where I'm going to be? Is digital media still my career? You know, what's going to happen? You know what I mean? She's shared some things, not that I have time to talk about all of those things at this minute. She sounds irritated a lot, healthcare beauty business consultant. She sounds bothered a lot. So I agree with you. I think that Instagram, I'm going to be honest. I think that Instagram where she went off on that person, I don't know that someone saw my reaction to it. but I think that she got feedback regarding it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's certainly not about me, but I think that there was a lot of talk about it, to be quite honest, and I think she needs to be more aware. Like, you are a personality, you are doing major work with major brands. Either control yourself if you want to talk directly to the public. If you're not going to just produce produced content and float around the house and show us nice things and show us your DIYs, and you want to address the public, you're going to have to do better. You know what I'm saying? It's like Peach McIntyre, who doesn't give a fuck and cusses everybody out and acts real rude and ignorant. Just because she is a welfare mom doesn't give her the excuse to come forward and cuss everybody out. Just because Raven lives in $1 million home that looks like a restoration hardware showroom doesn't give her the license to cuss everybody out either. Okay? Just because you ghetto, it's not okay. And just because you have money, it's not okay. Okay? So at the end of the day, she got caught out there trying to be cute on Instagram. And Raven is a whole grown woman now, with grown woman tings, $1 million home. She has a child. She is navigating a different type of water now. You're not 21, you're not 22. And it's not to focus on age, it's maturity, it's levels, it's status, it's a lot of different things. You are not, you have a, it's a business. There's people, you have a team. There are people who rely on their paycheck. You are a brand. She legit is a brand, okay? And her running her mouth, being negative on the internet when brands can see that, can legit cost her a major job. A couple of weeks ago, she had a video and she said, I've got a whole crew here. I'll tell you guys about it later. She ended up doing a video for Walmart, okay? And Walmart came and filmed her and did a feature on the last day of Black History Month and put her on like a channel, like they have some sort of kind of channel featuring diversity, okay? And so Walmart came through and did a big feature with her, and that's a big deal. And her getting on her social media and cussing everybody out is not a good idea. It's not good for the paychecks for the people that report to work over to your house, right? Um, she, but like I said 10 minutes ago, she's put up a whole entire channel, this one right here, where she uses her personal life for content. And you can't be mad at people asking you about your personal life when you use it for coins.
You know that there's been certain things that I have like more directly touched on. But I guess I just kind of
Just talk
wanted
in
to
circles.
once and
Okay.
for all
Yes, I
make
agree.
one thing extremely clear, because I still get a lot of questions on it. And I feel like I've maybe sort of danced around the topic. Maybe some people know this, maybe some people don't. But just to fully put it out there, I did just want to let you guys know, like for sure, on the record, that Zaya does not have a relationship with her dad. I don't have a relationship with her dad. We are zero contact. He is not in her life. He is not in my life. His family is not a part of our lives. There is nothing there. That's the best.
See, but what Raven has to understand is you're not on your 2 million channel right now. You're on your hideout channel of 28,000, where someone who just subscribes yesterday sees this beautiful woman and a beautiful daughter living in a beautiful home that may not know that you've been on YouTube since the beginning, and wonders, maybe, where's your husband? Where's the baby father? How could someone not be in such a pretty little girl's life? You seem so together. What's the, like, they just understand, everybody. Somebody will subscribe today and they're going to be watching from today forward. Everybody can't invest in 14 years of videos. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. Some people aren't going to invest in last year's videos. There's too much to watch. I could have someone who just subscribed to my channel yesterday. I've been doing this almost every day for 3 years since the pandemic. The pandemic, I started going live almost every single day. Okay. April of 2020, I got laid off like a lot of other people, and I started going live every single day. Even the last year and a half when I was working every single day, I was still going live because I started working from home. I'd run my daughter to school, get home, go live, start working for a whole year and a half. I think 6 months of it, I didn't even mention I was even working because I just didn't want to. That just wasn't something I wanted to share. I was vlogging, all of those things. But at a certain point, I made certain decisions about what I want to put out about me. Okay. And the reason why you don't think about that is because I don't give you reason to think about it. You understand? I mean, some of these things are very deliberate that people do. It's just, you don't have to like this is some telling your right hand what your left hand's doing. I don't disagree with it. I appreciate the candor, but also Raven has to understand, just because you think that you have tied it up, you put it in a neat little box, you found a cute little velour box and you put it in there, tied it up with a bow, and delivered it to the YouTube streets, means that everybody was there when it got opened. They know that it's there. Some people are not going to even know that you have this channel, Raven Elyse. You don't have, well, you do have your name in the title now, but the channel is called On Another Note with Raven Elyse. Some people may not even know you have a podcast, sis, and they're not going to know the truth about my current struggles, that this is going to be the video that you address the problems with people addressing your family situation. You understand? So don't think just because you've dropped it off to the YouTube streets that it's over, sis, because someone is still going to ask you about it. They're not going to know.
Best way that I can put it. There's nothing there. Any question that you might have as far as, does Zaya know her other grandparents on his side? Does Zaya spend holidays with them? Does Zaya, any question like that, the answer is no. Any question that you could think of along those lines, the answer is no. No contact, no relationship, no talking, no seeing, no FaceTiming, no nothing. No nothing. Let me say it again. No nothing.
See, that's where Raven gets the, is she condescending? Is she this? Is she that? Is she the third? It's unfortunate because I'm sure Raven is probably a very sweet person, and Raven is smart. You know, Raven is, like I said, she's a Virgoing, period. And people misunderstand the matter of factness and the frankness and the openness for shady and bitchy, because I'm a Virgo who Virgos, right? So we get each other. Okay. I get Raven. I understand. And I also understand she's 20 years younger than me. So I understand that too. Now Raven's got deeper pockets. I don't fully understand all of that, but girl, I see you. And at the end of the day, she is doing her damn thing as a woman who has been able to provide herself a wonderful income and has been self-sufficient. She's taking care of her daughter and she's doing her damn thing. So that's awesome. You know, and being a single woman and buying your own house, that's a big damn deal. And I can talk on that because I did that. And she can talk on that because she has had many accomplishments. But where she goes wrong, and you know, I think Chef Tony's a Virgo too. I don't know. Someone does need to tell her she needs to soften up just a little bit. But, you know, sometimes that edge is protection. Okay. It's the edge, not the hedge. But that edge could be your hedge of protection. All right. And maybe that's a little bit of her protective mode, is that little edge that that little, don't come too close now. You know what I mean? That might be what it is of, it's like those, those Valentino, the rock studs, the beautiful pumps, and they've got the studs on them. Beautiful, feminine, lovely, pumps, beautiful shoes, but they got those spikes on them. So don't get too close now. Don't get too close. You know what I mean? It's like it's like a prickly bush, you know? Don't get too close now. All right?
And I'm laughing because to me, I felt like maybe people already knew that, but then at the same time, I get questions about it all the time. And it kind of made me realize that, like, maybe sometimes I am talking in code, maybe sometimes I am being a little bit too vague, and maybe I just need to be more direct about it. So this is me being extremely direct about it.
Yeah, you're being direct about it on your channel that you have 28,000 versus 2 million. Let me go look and just say what I know because I know she's in that realm. She might be over that now. I don't even pay attention. I've been subscribed to Raven's channel for a very long time. Um Before she got the million, she's at 1.85 million. Okay. So, and she's got a very long reach, guys. Okay. So at the end of the day, we'll just call it 2 million. I don't know what she's got other places like TikTok and everything else, but sis is a whole brand. Okay. And, um, you're being direct. Look at the freeze frame. You're being direct on the channel that clearly most of your subscribers don't even know about. And
Just
the ones that do know about it, we've been watching you for a long time, sis. We've been watching you since Zaya was in diapers or before Zaya came to be. When you and Missy Lynn and Aaliyah and all these people were running the streets of the YouTube over at YouTube Black and all the things. Any of you guys who know the person Tokyo who does all of the wigs for like Nicki Minaj, well Cardi B now, Kylie Jenner, all those people. It was funny. They were at a beauty con and Raven, I don't know if you guys remember this, when Raven and Tokyo ran into each other and was like, people always say we look like twins. I mean, back, far back, right? That's who is over here. The people that really know Raven and ride with Raven. 28,000 out of almost 2 million, sis, you're not addressing anything. You think you're addressing something, but you're not. You're not. Yeah, he's well, look, the pronouns, Tokyo is a lady. And yeah, uh Tokyo does. You will know Tokyo if you see Tokyo. Tokyo is quite striking, and could Tokyo be a cousin? Absolutely, absolutely to Raven. But they met up at a beauty con one year, and it was hilarious.
to get that initial question out of the way.
They
Now,
were
the
like, "Oh my God, we're
next follow-up
twinning."
question is, of course, why? Well, what happened? Why is it like that? Why does she not have any contact with him? Why can she not? Well, why not at least this and why not that? And how come? And so many follow-up questions. And I feel like maybe that's the bigger piece of it that you guys are wondering about. Because I feel like if you really watch my content, you probably already knew the fact that he's not in our lives, but you're wondering exactly why. And this is something that I really hope you guys can understand and respect. I am not going to tell you guys, the internet, anything that I have not told Zaya, my daughter, herself yet. Keep in mind, Zaya is only 6. She's about to turn 7.
Okay, guys, if you want me to react to this whole video, you guys want to do a watch party, watch it together, we can do that. They're getting ready to go for sentencing over at Real Talk Bougie. So I got to go over there and start that live because I really do want to watch the sentencing and talk what happened. But I do agree with Raven's point about her not divulging something that she's ready for. But at the end of the day, sis, you don't have to make a federal case about it. But if you wanted to address it on your channel, you might want to post this video to your channel and make it like the trailer or the intro video, because at the end of the day, you can't expect just because you addressed it on a certain day of the year of 2023 that people aren't going to still ask, because some people won't even know that this channel even exists. Okay. So I did think it was interesting because I wanted to kind of address how it seems the, a little bit of the arrogance of people feeling like, well, I addressed it already. Do you think people know or understand that Zaya doesn't know that she doesn't know where her dad is or why he's not in her life? We don't know that. We don't know. We don't know. Okay? We don't know that she doesn't know. We know now, but keep in mind, how many views does this? Okay, at the time I pulled this up, it was 41 views. I'm sure that that's not the case right now. Because this was posted like a day or two ago.
And this is something.
How many views does this have now? 16,000. That was 18 hours ago. Okay, so 16,000 views later, people know, but that doesn't cover the 1.85 million. Do you understand what I'm saying? Anyway, okay, guys, let's do a sharp left turn. If you stay right here when I shut this down, it's going to dump you right into my live that I'm getting ready to go ahead and start now. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. I'm going to open up my other live. If you guys want to watch party together, let's go. Okay. And if you guys want to talk about this any further, we definitely can. We can get into the rest of this video, and I might be back later with a Keisha video. I'm not sure, and we can get into the rest of this. But yeah, let's get on a hot topic at the moment, and then we'll do a circle back and finish up this Raven video because it does get a little bit juicy. So we'll talk more about it. We'll do part 2 Raven later. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you guys in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down real quick, and then it's going to dump you over there. Okay. I'm just going to have the other live go live. So stand by.